even before we got on stage, I was like messing with them and like, hey, don't get nervous. Like, it's first stage playoffs. Like, and like half of them weren't even looking at me. Half of them weren't smiling, nothing. They were just like trying to ignore me. And I knew like there it was like, I mean, I'm winning the mental game already, right? Yeah. So like, I think like when we got to Ascent, we started like stringing rounds across. Like, I was just like, yeah, this is like, I'm just going to stand up and like wave at them and like mess with them even more. And like, I think it looked good for us. Yeah.
Hi everyone. Stage 2, I'm here with SEN Zellsis Montemurro after their series against Cloud9, his former team. 2-0'd them. You were standing up a lot during that series. It felt like you didn't even have a chair by how much you were standing up. So talk to me about that. Why are you so hyped, and how was the vibes of that?
I think like, do you want me to hold it?
No.
Okay. I think for me is like I haven't been having a lot of energy on stage recently. I think it's just because like I've been trying to like fully like learn like my new role within the team and like sentinel and everything, and just like the vibes of that and like how people want to be like in the pack. So I think like today I wanted to like, I mean, I talked to you a little bit before we went live. Like I want to like kind of find myself again, like as a player and a person, like having the energy, having the vibes, doing all that jazz. And I think like, I mean, C9 first playoff game and against C9, like I think it was kind of like a perfect testament for that. And yeah, I just knew that like that team is like super, super young, and I think they have a lot of like stage nerves. And like obviously regular season is a different beast than playoffs. So I knew that like if I messed with them a little bit like early, like even before we got on stage, I was like messing with them and like, hey, don't get nervous. Like, it's first stage playoffs. Like, and like half of them weren't even looking at me. Half of them weren't smiling, nothing. They were just like trying to ignore me. And I knew like there it was like, I mean, I'm winning the mental game already, right? Yeah. So like I think like when we got to Ascent, we started like stringing rounds across. Like I was just like, yeah, this is like, I'm just gonna stand up and like wave at them and like mess with them even more. And like I think it looked good for us. Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. I'm just thinking about you talking about stage nerves and then messing them before stage. I'm just imagining you just calling Zeppa a rookie, even though he's been here hella.
yeah, that's a good one, actually. That's a good one. I'm going to steal that, yeah.
Dude, you should. You got to self-actualize that.
Yeah. I mean, Zeppa, I love you, Eric, but you are a bit of a choker. I mean, look at me leaving C9 and then look at Leaf leaving Sign. You're the only one left, bro.
It's true. Both of you have made champs in Bangkok.
They'll get there. I do believe that team is like all jokes aside, I do think that team is like really good, really talented. I think they have like their right pieces. They have a good coaching staff. They have a good all around I think their roles make sense on a lot of maps. Whereas I feel like every C9 roster previously, even my rosters when I was on C9, we always had role issues. I think there's only like one map where they like really struggle, and I think it's Icebox, where like Zeppa's on Sova, and he doesn't really play Sova. But I think everything else, like they look good.
Yeah, I think that's been one of the biggest surprises throughout the split, is how much of a possible contender they look like to actually make Toronto. Going into the playoffs, where did you have them ranked? Did you kind of have that 4th, 5th range? Do you think they are that 13 that could go to Toronto? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
At the start of like this split or whatever, like the regular season, I think my top 3 or my top 2 for sure was us and G2, and then like the 3-4 range kind of went between like C9, NRG, MIBR. I think the way C9 was playing now, they kept going up on my ranks, because I feel like they kept gaining that like stage experience. They kept gaining that like stage confidence. I think, again, it's just like, I mean, you hit playoffs, you hit a brick wall sometimes. It just happens. Like, they were coming back, they were gaining rounds. I think once they get over that first 6 to 8 round like nervousness on their first games, or like the first starts of maps, I think like they'll be really good contenders, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's very fair. It just takes a bit of adjustment.
Yeah.
And speaking of adjustment, I want to follow back on you, where you're talking about that aspect of kind of fighting yourself a bit more. If you could elaborate on that more, that'd be nice. Is that related more towards just your role within the game specifically, or is that more so you within the team structure and the shot calling and kind of communication?
I think it's just more so within like the team structure because obviously like I've always been able to play like anything. So I've always filled different roles on different teams, on different maps as well. Even like some teams I'm playing like C9, I was playing KJ on some maps, but I was playing Breach on others, but then I was playing KO, but then some maps I'd play Duelist. Like I just kind of fill whatever map the team needs on certain maps if we want to like change the comp a certain way or anything like that. I think in this case now I am full-time Sentinel, like I'm just only playing Senti, and I think it's a bit different because like I said, like I'm a pack player. Like I like to mid-round. I like to have the energy. I like to like be confident with my comms and like getting my pack players if like sometimes they're passive or not confident, like I instill that into them. And I think being on Senti, it's like a little like I can't really do that. You know, I'm not like in the pack. I'm not like, okay, like we're going to take map control here and then like let's say we get a kill like or we don't and we're like, okay, we need to take more map control or like, okay, we're going to go back like XYZ. I think Senti is like kind of like permanently a solo role almost unless I'm taking lurk timings and I'm like, okay, like I'm going to lurk up, like pump here, I'm going to lurk here, like I'm going to lurk here, wait for me, and then you guys can walk in, like things like that. I think Senti is like a more solo role, and that's what I'm like kind of learning in the team structure in that sense, because like I'm not really able, I can still mid-round, but I can't mid-round the same, you know, like it's different mid-rounding. So it's a little bit, that's where I'm like trying to find my kind of role. I mean, my team's been frying. Thankfully, my team is really good. Yeah. So I've been blessed to get the chance to learn while also winning at the same time. So, like, shout out my team for real. Yeah.
That's like you're following up with.
Yeah. It's like there will be matches where I just don't do anything, but I'm like learning this and this, and then I'm like, oh, guys, we won the round, and I'm like, sweet, cool, let's go. Yeah.
You're writing your name on the project.
yeah. It's like all right. Project's due at 12. I'll be here at 11:58. Let's go.
I'll be there at round 13.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fun, and obviously we're winning, so it's even better. Yeah.
No, I mean that's the main thing at the end of it, and I feel like a lot of players go through that. I remember when I spoke to Narrate after the Loud series, he talked about how it was nice that the team at least was winning, but he just wasn't really feeling as well. In terms of percentages, how far along are you in that, and do you feel like you're around 70 to 80% of figuring out your identity, or are you kind of more around the 40 to 50% mark?
I think in terms of comfort and like learning how I can help my team without getting kills, I'm at the 70-80%. Yeah. But in terms of like still fulfilling like my maximum role, I think I'm at like the lower percentage, just because like I always want to get better. And like I see these Sentinel players that are like Chichu, for example, Leaf, like these guys are like going plus 30 series. And it's like, I mean, they do play a more different role. Like for me, I play a lot more like, okay, my team, like my kids, I'm going to call them my teammates, kids are like, they're taking over the round and like kind of like in the position to like get the 3-4Ks or like throw the round. Whereas like I'm the old dad that's like watching them run off, and I'm just kind of making sure everything like lines up, you know, like making sure our comms are good, making sure like if my kids over peak, I'm still winning the 1v1, you know, like I don't chase the kills. So I think like my role on Sentinel is a little bit different than most Sentinel players, such as Chichu and Leaf, but I'd still want to be as impactful as I can for my team, even if I'm not going plus 30, you know?
Yeah. You know, that actually, you talking about plus 30 and just really sick aimers and dads, it made me think of your CS days, and it made me think about this story from Ravishing Ravish, the interview where you talked about your love-hate relationship for Simple. I don't like what was that?
Like
the meet your heroes thing.
I mean, you know, sometimes you want to meet your heroes, sometimes you don't. I met my hero. I don't hate it. I don't hate that I met my hero. I mean, like he's a great player. He's one of the GOATs, but you know, yeah, you don't I'm sure people feel the same with me. Like they'll meet me sometimes or like in game or whatever, and I'll like they expect me to like have an image, like they have an image of me, but then maybe I'm just like not the image they have, if that makes sense. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. Cool. Yeah.
No, I mean, another thing I just genuinely want to ask you about is you're talking about how you weren't having as much energy on stage. I actually spoke to Busia like half an hour ago-ish, and he was talking about that same thing too, where this year it felt like he wasn't really as energetic compared to other games? Maybe it's like related to the intensity of it or everything, but why do you feel like you've been having less energy? Is it just the state of the game, or is it more so related to kind of switching in between stages to the box, the room?
I mean, for me, it's a lot of things. I don't know what's going on with Busio. I mean, I love that guy. He's like one of my favorite people in the scene just because of his energy. Like, I just love the guy. Like, you can shit talk him, he'll shit talk back. He doesn't care. Like, he's just a good guy. Like, a great fun guy to have in the competitive scene. I think for me, like, obviously I've gone through a lot in the last like couple months, and there's been like a lot on my plate in terms of like my role switch, in terms of like finding my like whatever identity within the team, and then like outside the game, everything related to whatever. I'm not gonna say the details or whatnot, but yeah. And I think like I kind of like I kind of like lost myself a little bit because I don't want to like mess up in a sense. Like I don't want to like I don't want to piss like Riot off, or I don't want to piss Sen off, or I don't want to like do something XYZ. Like I'm an emotional guy. I'm sure that's no secret by any means. So yeah, I think for me it's just been like a lot of things kind of piling on inside the team and outside the team, and it's just kind of like put me like in a different focus, I guess is the word, like when I'm on stage. But I want to go back. I mean, today was hella fun, and I want to go back to like being that like fun, energetic like idiot that everyone loves and that I love, because life's about having fun. And so yeah, I just want to do that.
Yeah. And then what are the steps that you would take in order to get back to that fun, lovable idiot, but then also very high emotional quotient? I've known you for years, Jordan. I've seen the growth. You're pretty toxic in V1. Yeah. How are you gonna get back to that point?
I think it's just like like I talked to you before, the gym in the morning, then do prac, then like even today. Usually I don't gym on match days. Like I never gymmed before on match days. Today today I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go to the gym and like I'm just gonna lift. Like I'm not gonna think anything of it. I just had a normal lift day, did everything the same, and like it felt really good today. Yeah. So I'm just gonna be doing steps like that, and just like, not taking everything so seriously. I mean, I'll still say a lot of things seriously probably, but like, be a little bit more loose, and like control what I can control and accept what I can accept when things like come my way.
I think you'll be able to do that, Jordan. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it a lot.
Bye guys. Wait, can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go for it. What's up?
Buy the Sentinels bundle. Thank you.
Buy the Sentinels bundle. You heard that. All right. Take care, everyone. Peace. Fucking Jordan. Jesus Christ.
Bro, I gotta start selling the bundle again, man.
Dude, I know, yeah.
No one sells it.
Yo, bro.